Good morning everybody, and welcome to today's bite-sized devotion, which I've entitled Broken to Worship. In Mark chapter 14 verses 3 to 9, we read the account of the woman who broke the alabaster box and anointed Jesus with the precious perfumed oil which it contained. This is an incident which happened in what we call Holy Week, the week between Palm Sunday and Easter Sunday. And Mark recalls the incident like this. While he was in Bethany, reclining at the table of the home of a man known Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, made of pure nard. She broke the jar and poured the perfume on his head. Some of those present were saying indignantly to one another, "Why this waste of perfume? It could have been sold for more than a year's wages and the money given to the poor." And they rebuked her harshly. "Leave her alone," Jesus said. "Why are you bothering her? She has done a beautiful thing to me. The poor you will always have with you, and you can help them any time you want, but you will not always have me. She did what she could. She poured perfume on my body beforehand to prepare for my burial. I tell you the truth, wherever the gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her." This is a well-known story, but often the focus is on the expensive perfume, the attitude of those around Jesus, or the humility of and the gratitude of the woman. However, for the last couple of months, I have been thinking about this story from a different view. Why did she break the box? Alabaster was and is a costly item in its own right. Instead, why didn't she just open it? And why does Mark even mention that the box was broken? The Holy Spirit has been challenging me about this, and I feel that it is the right time to share some of these thoughts with you this morning. Alabaster is a fine material, and today, if you go to a small hillside village in Italy called Volterra, you can purchase alabaster, which I did in 2015, and here is my small piece of alabaster. It is beautiful, so white and smooth. In this story, we read that the woman just doesn't take the stopper off the flask containing the precious oil. No, she broke it. Why? In order to release every drop, so as not to waste any of the expensive precious perfumed oil. I think she wanted to ensure that every last drop was used to anoint Jesus. This speaks of the importance of Jesus to her. It is an act of worship and recognition of who Jesus is. This morning, I want us to look at this account in a different way and see the box as representing our lives, who we are, and how we come before Jesus. The precious perfumed oil is our worship. It is easy to worship Jesus collectively together. I think we are all missing our collective worship on a Sunday morning. We enjoy the music, the tunes, and the words of the songs, and that by being together we feel inspired to worship. However, though, there is a danger that sometimes our worship is about what we think it should be, rather than coming from our hearts in response to the one who has saved us, the one who has, because of his great love for us, given us everything so that we can become the children of God. The words of a song we haven't sung for a while came forcibly to me as I was thinking about this devotion, and they are, "When the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. King of endless worth, no one could express how much you deserve. Though I'm weak and poor, all I have is yours, every single breath. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it, when it is all about you, Jesus. I believe that God is calling us all to a deeper worship which comes from our hearts when we allow the Holy Spirit to really break us open. When we come with all our vulnerabilities, our human brokenness, our emptiness, our ugliness and wrongdoings, our failures and preconceived ideas about worship, and allow the Holy Spirit not to crush us, but to break us so that the rich fragrance of worship is released from us, every drop offered in worship. This is worship that is costly, which is coming from the very depths of our beings in response to who Jesus is, releasing the full aroma which is pleasing to God, being released from hearts that have been set free. Jesus said of the woman that her actions would never be forgotten. He tells those around her that what she has done is to anoint his body as a recognition of what was to come. Jesus said, "She poured perfume on my body beforehand to prepare for my burial." Just imagine what we might see if we really release all that we are in worship, not because it is Sunday morning, but in our own homes, as we are on our own. We can enter into a whole new experience of worshipping the one who gave his all for us. I want to encourage us all to worship, even in this difficult time, to find space to begin to worship the Lord, free to do so how you feel led. No need to be shy or embarrassed as no one is around to see you. It is about you and Jesus. To help you, Richard has done a YouTube playlist of some of our favourite worship songs. So put them on and allow the Holy Spirit to take you into a deeper act of worship. I really pray that God will bless you as you open your heart to him this day. Thank you.